Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever wondered how a business just seems to know exactly what you want right when you want it? Well, it's not magic. There's this powerful engine running behind the scenes. So today, let's dive into the hidden brain of modern business, Management Information Systems, or MIS.
So, what are we going to get into? Before we jump in, let's take a quick look at our learning objectives for this explainer. By the end of this, you're going to have a really solid handle on what makes up an MIS. We're talking data analytics, databases, and the super important topic of cybersecurity. We'll also look at the infrastructure behind it all, things like data centers and cloud computing, and we'll touch on some really cool emerging tech like AI and big data, and yeah, the very real risks that come with them.
Here's our game plan. We're going to start with the supermarket's secret weapon. Then we'll dive into the modern business toolkit. After that, we'll cover the risks in a digital world, see how the future is now, and wrap it all up with your key takeaways.
Okay, let's kick things off with a place we all know pretty well, the supermarket. It is the perfect real-world example of just how powerful a good management information system can be. I mean, just think about it for a second. Your local grocery store is juggling thousands upon thousands of products, new deals every week, and a never-ending line of customers. Trying to manage all that, from how much to stock to what price to set, it's a massive, complicated puzzle. Which brings us to the big question, right? How in the world do they know exactly what you want to buy? How do they always seem to have that specific brand of coffee or that one type of pasta you were craving? Is it just a lucky guess? No, of course not. The answer is data. Every single time you scan your loyalty card, you're basically feeding information into the supermarket's brain. This data helps them with a really important process called ranging, which is just a fancy way of saying they figure out the perfect mix of products to stock in that specific store based on what its actual customers are buying. And boom, right there, that's a perfect illustration of what an MIS is. It's the whole system that gathers all this raw data from sales to loyalty cards, organizes it all, and then spits it out as something useful. It turns millions of individual purchases into a simple instruction. Hey, stock more of this and get rid of that. Okay, so now that we get the what, let's break down the how. What are the essential parts that make up this modern business toolkit? Well, first up is data analytics. This is the real intelligence behind the whole system. It's the process of digging through all that information to find hidden patterns and trends. You can think of it like being a data detective, searching for clues that tell the business how to get better and serve its customers. But where does all of this data actually live? In a database. The best way to picture it is as a huge, perfectly organized digital filing cabinet. It's the foundation that holds everything securely, customer details, stock levels, you name it, all ready to be accessed in an instant. And this brings up a huge decision for businesses today. Do you build your own on-site data center? That's going to cost a fortune up front, but you get total control over your security. Or do you use cloud computing? It's usually a subscription, it's easy to scale up, but you're trusting a company like Google or Amazon to handle your security. It really is a classic trade-off between control and cost. Okay, so collecting all this data is incredibly powerful, but it also makes you a massive target. So let's flip the coin and talk about the risks. Because in our digital world, that valuable data can turn into a dangerous liability, fast. Today's businesses are under constant attack. You've got phishing scams trying to trick employees, fake spoofed websites that look totally real, and ransomware that locks up a company's files and holds them hostage. Then there's malware designed to just cause chaos, and even hackers getting into everyday internet-connected devices. And to give you an idea of just how big this problem is, look at this number, $10.5 trillion. That's the estimated annual cost of cybercrime to the world by 2025. That is an absolutely mind-blowing figure. And for a business that gets hit, the impact is just devastating. It's not only the money you lose from lost sales or paying a ransom. A data breach can do severe, sometimes permanent damage to a company's reputation, completely shattering the trust they have with their customers. All right, enough of the scary stuff. Let's shift gears and talk about the incredible opportunities on the horizon. Because right now, we're seeing technologies that are built on these MIS principles completely changing the game for business. And at the very heart of this change is artificial intelligence, or AI. Really, at its core, AI is all about trying to create machines that can think like a person, that can learn from new information, reason through problems, and even correct their own mistakes along the way. And don't think this is some sci-fi movie stuff. AI is already all around us. It's Siri and Alexa, it's in self-driving cars, it's the robot financial advisors, the spam filters in your email, and it's even being used in manufacturing and to help companies recruit the right people. It's everywhere. So, what fuels all this incredible AI? Something we call big data. This is the just unimaginable amount of information being created every single second, from social media, from our smart devices, from every online transaction. It's so much data, and it's so complex that old school methods just can't handle it. So why even try to deal with it? Because the payoff is massive. If a business can get a handle on its big data, it can do amazing things. Find the perfect person for a job, understand what customers really want, make their operations way more efficient, and even predict the future to cut costs.
Phew. Okay, we have covered a lot, from the checkout line at the supermarket all the way to the future of AI. So let's bring it all together and focus on the key things you absolutely need to remember from all this.
Here's the bottom line. First, MIS is the engine that turns a huge mess of data into smart decisions. Second, all that data is a double-edged sword. It's powerful, but it comes with huge risks, which makes cybersecurity an absolute must. Third, tech like AI and big data isn't coming, it's already here, and it's changing all the rules. And finally, getting your head around MIS isn't just for the IT department. It is essential for anyone who wants to lead and win in business today.
And that leaves us with one last big question to chew on. We know that AI is already way, way better at analyzing data than the human brain. So as these systems get even smarter, what's our role? What is the future of human gut feelings and leadership in a business world that's increasingly run by data?